Let me hook you with this. Okay. It's a story about the time I almost died. Oh, now
I'm hooked.
There we go. You're hooked as well.
I'm in.
Okay, so I gotta give it a little bit of context. So basically, we filmed the video like 8 hours away. It was a normal video. We finished at midnight. All the boys slept well. We don't drink. We don't do drugs. We're just normal.
Yeah,
normal guys.
Good Carolina boys.
So good night's sleep. We start our drive home. It's a 8-hour drive with me and like 2 of my other friends. And so I mean, I'll get rid of the fluff, but like we're just listening to Joe Rogan's podcast with David Blaine. We're at the part where like Joe stabs him in the bicep. Just really, we're loving it. And I'm just listening, sitting there, and then my friend driving, which I don't even really want to name his name because I want to embarrass him.
Don't do it.
Yeah, he just says, "Can we pull over to a gas station? I don't feel too good." And I'm like looking at the road, and I turn and look to my left, and his head's just bobbling, and he's just like,
Wait, is he driving?
yeah, down the highway, and he's just like dead.
We talking about?
Like his arms just went limp like that. He just said that.
Fell asleep.
The guy driving the car?
Yeah.
He gave you one warning, then fell asleep.
Well, it wasn't even like a warning.
Not even a warning. Just
He
like, hey.
I don't feel so good. And then I look over and he's just like this. And so it's him driving. I'm just gonna call him Andrew because I don't want to put him on blast. And then my friend Tyler is sitting behind him. So I instantly am like, this fucker fell asleep. So I grab the wheel. I'm sitting in the passenger seat and I'm just kind of like keeping the car going straight. And I just yell, "Wake the fuck up!" And I'm like yelling.
Yeah.
And he's not waking up. And a few seconds go by, and then Tyler in the back seat literally punches him in the head. And his head just goes to the side. And doesn't,
Knocked him out. He was gonna wake up and then knocked him out cold. What do you do when you're trying to wake up your friend? Knock him out. Knock him out.
So we're just
hope he
like
wakes up.
screaming, "Wake up!" as we're going down the highway. And like his foot though is still on the gas, so we're like slowly going a little faster. Now we're going like 80 or 85.
Hell yeah.
And I'm
Now
just
it's getting
like,
interesting.
exactly. And I have my hand on the steering wheel. I'm in the passenger seat, and this is a big car with like a console in the middle. So I'm like barely grabbing it. And I just like, Tyler, I don't think this fucker's gonna wake up. And so
Well, how long has this been going on at this point?
like probably like 6 or 7 seconds. I mean, we're moving quick.
Okay.
He's like literally dead. And just like
Okay.
And so I was like, I gotta, in my head, I'm like, I gotta take his foot off the gas. But the problem is because there's a console and everything.
Of course.
To take it,
You have to move a 200-pound human
Who's,
Well,
by the
no,
way,
but-
knocked unconscious.
No, but not even that. It's like I can't touch his foot on the pedal without leaning below the wheel, and so I can't see the road. So I'm steering the car, but to take his foot off the gas, I have to put my head below the steering wheel so I can reach it. So I'm like driving, and I was just like, we can't go 100 miles an hour. There's cars everywhere. There's a fucking dude riding your ass, and I'm like, my fucking driver's dead. Can you just chill for 5 seconds?
Can you imagine being the car next to him, looking over and seeing Mr. Beast like bobbing down under the steering wheel,
Yeah,
and the
so-
guy in the back's punching the dude in the head? Like, what did I just see? Like, what?
I know. And so I just was like, I gotta slow this car down. So I was just like, fuck it. And I just put my head below the wheel. I grabbed his foot and just threw it off the gas. And then I look up and I'm like, oh, we're still going straight. And then, I lean over, tap the brakes, look up. And I'm just doing that.
You're tapping the brakes with your hand?
Yeah, with my other hand.
Yeah. Smart.
how else?
It's the best play.
This is crazy.
I still have my seatbelt on. I can't reach over and unplug it. There's a console. It's like fucking choking me.
And homie's
sometimes.
not waking up?
No, he's just dead. Like literally, he's just
Wait,
like,
is he like actually dead?
That's
Because
what I
you-
was gonna
You
ask.
said he's literally dead so many times.
Let me keep going. It's the wildest thing. I've never thought this would ever happen in a million years. And so I just was like, fuck it. I got to get us off the road. You know how like on the side of the highway, there's those strips you hear when you're like,
Yeah.
So I just like, I leaned over. I had my foot on the brake and slowly like pulled off. And I could hear the strip on the right tire.
You were driving the car based on
the strip,
on
the sound.
hearing the
yeah,
sou-
because I couldn't really see you. And then I heard it on the left wheels, and I was like, okay, we're off the fucking highway. I looked up to make sure, and then I just slammed on the brakes. And we're off. We didn't hit a car. We're just on the side of the highway. And so I think everything's over. I literally, the second I let off the brake so I can put the car in park, which is like on my stomach in the console, he comes back to life. His heart starts beating again, which I'll explain what happened. And he just stomps on the gas. And I'm like sitting up, not with my hand on the brake anymore. Because he came back to life, and because what he was doing was driving, he instantly started driving again. That was because it was just like.
So he floored it.
Yeah. And so I, like, literally, we're on the side of the highway. I instantly bent back over to touch the brake, but I was like, fuck, we could go right on the road and just get hit 70 miles an hour. So I just yoinked the wheel to the right. So we just slammed into a concrete wall. And that just stopped the car. And
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, and then my head's like fucking bleeding, and I have marks everywhere. And Tyler just
my God.
runs around and just rips him out of the car.
Yeah.
And then I lean up, put the car in park. And so to explain what happened to him is his heart just stopped beating. It just literally stopped beating. He has a rare condition. That's
No
super rare.
way.
So by all metrics, he was literally dead, and there's a dead man driving the car.
Oh, he was
So he
literally
actually was
dead.
dead.
And then he came back,
got it.
did it, and then his heart stopped beating again.
How does your boy in the backseat feel about punching a dead man in the back?
Oh, dude.